The Indonesian islands, just south of Thailand near the Indian Ocean. They used to be called the Dutch East Indies. Did you know there are more than 13,000 of them?
Thank you, Hawkins. If this detective gig doesn't work out, you'd make a great tour guide.
Look, at the top of the carousel, that symbol again. Carmen loves these kinds of puzzles. This has got to be something we need to complete, but I don't think we have all the pieces yet.
Did you know that Indonesia is the world's largest archipelago?
Archipelago? What's that? Like the world's largest unaccompanied singing group?
I think you're thinking of a cappella. Are you kidding me?
Don't forget, I graduated top of my class too, Jules. An archipelago is an island chain.
You were scaring me there for a minute.
Don't they have Komodo dragons in the Republic of Indonesia? If I were the world's largest living reptile, there are prettier places to live on these islands than this cave.
Hawkins, detective work isn't always glamorous. You've got to follow the clues wherever they lead. There's been vile activity detected near this cave, so we need to check it out. Anyhow, don't tell me you're concerned about a 10-foot lizard.
No, I'm not scared.
Yeah, right. Let's get to searching these caves.
Another one. What do you think it means?
I don't know. But the way Carmen works, we shouldn't discount anything we find.
You know, Jules, I'm starting to think that you may be right about these things. We should look at all the clues in my clue storage so we can figure out our next step.
Listen carefully, agents. Go to the Cape Town Curio Shop. Arrange the animals in their proper spots. There are clues attached in case you forgot.
Nice clouds. Check it out.
Can't you see I'm meditating? Remember what the chief said. Keep your eyes peeled for clues.
Clues, right. We're after clues.
Let me know when you're ready to get started, Hawkins.
A key! This has got to be the key to where that Moko fish gong is hidden.
You know, I've been looking into the history of the Moko. I guess those types of wooden fish gongs were struck to bring someone meditating back to full awareness, since it was believed that fish never slept. Interesting, huh?
Well, speaking of never sleeping, it doesn't look like we're going to get any rest until we figure out what this key is for.
You're nearly there, agents. Carmen Sandiego said you'd be going in circles on this mission. Perhaps you should head back to where you started.
So, you ever try one of these vests? They're totally cool, completely decked out with all the goodies.
I can see that. How many pockets do you have in that thing?
So what do you think?
Let's head somewhere else.
No clues here this time.
China is the most populated country in the world, but the third largest country in size.
So taking a tour of the country could take quite a while.
Did you know the giant panda is considered a symbol of good luck to the Chinese people?
I didn't, but I do know that most pandas live in the protected bamboo forests of Sichuan.
Not bad.
Wow, this food sounds great and I'm starving.
As always, you should quit being a secret agent and go open a bakery somewhere. Have you noticed how practically everyone seems to ride a bicycle here? It's especially easy in Beijing, the capital, since it's so flat there.
I've even seen a couple of bicycle traffic jams.
I'm not surprised. More than 1 billion people live in China.
Makes it pretty hard to track down one sneaky criminal.
If you're really into mountain climbing, how about the world's highest? Quite a view.
You've seen it? Not everyone who's tried it has made it back. It's a risky climb. The Yangtze River is the world's third longest, after the Nile and the Amazon.
That's probably why many Chinese call it Changjiang, or Long River. We sure are racking up the frequent flyer miles, aren't we?
All right, let's fan out and start gathering important information.
Oh yes, I remember. Carmen always used to talk about her concerns for the environment.
Well, she's not. There it is, and hey, we're right back where we started. Carmen Sandiego really did take us around in circles, and somehow I'm starting to think she's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, and I'm starting to suspect that this is not a series of unique cases, but one big overarching plan of Carmen's.
Jules, I've confirmed that your suspicions are right as usual. Every item you've recovered so far is missing a gem. Look closely at that gong, and I'll bet you'll notice a spot for a missing gem as well.
Roger that, Chief. I'm sketching it right now, and there's a hollowed-out spot right in the center of the wheel design. I wonder why Carmen's keeping the gems. And what about the link between that explorer and the wheel design?
Hang on, agents. I've just received word that yet another item's been stolen. This time it's a priceless Senate game table from ancient Egypt. The museum in Cairo is very concerned. A vile agent's been spotted hanging out near the Sphinx. You're on your way to Egypt. This may be your chance to finally start putting all the pieces together.
The ancient Egyptian game of Senate. That table's probably over 3,000 years old.
We're on it, Chief. And this time, I'm not playing any merry-go-round games with Carmen Sandiego. I'm bringing her in.
You're not going to be able to do it alone, Hawkins. It'll take teamwork to catch Carmen Sandiego. Remember, there's good reason I've paired the two of you together.
I'm looking forward to getting some Egyptian food. Doesn't fool sound yummy?
You don't have to call me a fool just because I don't know about Egyptian food.
I'm not calling you a fool. Ful is a dish made from fava beans. Egyptians eat it more than any other food.
I guess there's little hope for finding a nice juicy steak then, isn't there?
It's pretty incredible to think that Egypt was ruled by the pharaohs for like 2,500 years.
Like Pharaoh Fawcett. In the original Charlie's Angels?
Right, Hawkins. Wow! Look at how huge the Great Sphinx is.
Impressive. Do you remember whether pharaohs were actually kings, or did they get elected by a council?
That sounds like a piece of information that you'd find in that database of yours.
مرحبا.
These symbols kind of look like they might mean something.
I think you're right about that. We'll come back if we find any clues as to what they are. The Great Pyramid here at Giza was built to honor the pharaoh Khufu. Then the Great Sphinx was built during his son's reign.
Who was this Pharaoh Khufu that he raided all these big monuments?
There's got to be some reason you carry that database around. Check it out.
Cairo, the capital of Egypt, is the largest city in Africa. A very modern city in contrast to some of the oldest monuments in the world. She sure didn't want to talk to us. I wonder what kind of funny business she was up to. I smell a rat.
I think you smell the remains of that taco you stuffed in your pocket in Mexico.